morning. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. So today I'm just going to do a quick little chat while I do my makeup. And I've done a few changes to my makeup routine since I last did one of these. I've tried out a lot of the Honest products. I've mentioned in previous videos I'm a huge fan of the Honest company. I adore Jessica Alba. I think she's gorgeous, but that's not why I like her products. I like her products because I am allergic to a lot of fragrance. Many chemicals will give me a migraine. Also, I'm a mom and I worry about what my boys are being exposed to. So a lot of the products in my house are Honest.com products. But she came out like a year ago with her beauty line, and I was hesitant to try it because I've tried, green or natural makeups in the past, and I really wasn't happy with their performances. They go on beautiful usually, but they don't have staying power. And so I've got some of her products here that I've bought, and for the most part I love all the products except for two. So I'm going to go ahead and start my makeup routine here. The first one is the Honest Everything Primer, and I'll try not to blind you with the cap because everything on her products is shiny, but this is an amazing little product. It minimizes your pores, it evens out skin tone a little bit because it's unlike a lot of primers, it's actually tinted, and it also though has like your anti-aging things in here, your different acids. So just put this on. And right now I'm putting on my makeup because I currently have our breakfast casserole in the oven baking. That's the great thing about that casserole. Just wake up, put it in the oven, and you have an hour and 5 minutes to do other stuff. So there's my primer put on. It goes on really quick. And a lot of people complained about smells with Honest products. I don't really notice any smells with this. Now I will say, next I'm going to go into the, sorry it's really briny, the Honest Concealer, and this is one of my favorites. I love her concealer. This is in the lightest shade because I am fair. I'm going to come in here with the darker shade actually and go around my nose and get rid of all that redness there. I have very red nostrils for some reason. Very, very red there. And that just makes all that go away. And I'm going to come in with the corner and pat that into the corners. And then come under the eye. And I love this stuff. It's got a very thick consistency, so it takes a little blending to get it done. But it stays all day. And it looks very good, very natural. It doesn't look cakey. So I definitely love this concealer. Alright, that is done. And I recommend applying the concealer with a finger because since it is a thicker product, the warmth of your finger will help to melt it into the skin and get that going. If you apply that with a brush or a beauty blender, it leaves it a little too thick. So definitely a finger. Now, when it comes to my foundation, I am still using my Rimmell London $6 bottle of foundation, 24-hour one, because I will say the Honest foundation, it's very thick. It's so thick that I found it never actually absorbed into my skin. And the Honest foundation, it sits on top of your skin, and when you first put it on, it looks fabulous. It's very high coverage. But as you go through the day, especially like in your smile lines and up here where you just naturally crease when you smile, it would begin to break down. And I don't have a lot of wrinkles. I swear that product made me look like I have more wrinkles than I actually do. So I abandoned using the Honest foundation, and immediately I used it for 3 days in a row thinking maybe I was putting it on wrong. Tried putting on less, tried putting on more, tried putting it on with a brush, fingers, beauty blender. That foundation does not work for me. So I went back to my $6 bottle of Rimmell, and I love it. And so I'm just using a beauty blender to apply this. apparently I'm not the only person struggling to grow out bangs. The struggle is real, people. I got a lot of comments from people who are also like, I'm trying to grow mine out too, or I just caved and chopped them off. So we will see how I do on that. Alright, and so now my foundation is all done. I'm going on really quickly. What the hell's in my forehead? Okay. So that's my foundation. And now I'm going to move to a product I absolutely adore. And again, I'll try not to blind you, because all of her products are shiny. This is the Honest blush. And now she does cream blushes, and this is in the color Truly Thrilling. I love a good cream blush, but I've learned the trick to cream blushes. Don't apply these with your fingers. I used to thought I hated cream blushes because I would do the rub the finger and then go dap, dap, dap. That's too much. You need a brush to apply a cream brush, you really do. Just lightly tap it and come a little farther back. Don't start on the apple of your cheek. Come a little farther back and apply, and then come forward. And using a brush with a cream blush will give you a much more natural blush look than trying to rub it in with your finger. It's just too hard. It's too easy to be heavy-handed when you're using a finger as opposed to a brush. And the great thing about a cream blush is it really does stay all day. It blends out beautifully. It stays all day, and I love her blush. So far the products I did like was the primer, the concealer, and her blush. Those are amazing products. Now I'm going to come in with a product I've been using for probably close to 4 years, and that would be my Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. I use this more as a setting powder than I do as a foundation. So I just kind of come in, shake off a bunch, and that is enough for my whole face. I don't really use it as a foundation. Tap, tap, and then blend it all out. This is a product that I do love because there's something about the Amazonian Clay powder. It melts into your skin. It looks so natural. You never look heavy or cakey or made up. I love this stuff. I really do. Tarte was a product I started using years ago when I was trying to find that more natural makeup line. And there was a rule of thumb, I don't like Tarte eyeshadows, but I love their lipsticks and I love their powder. I swear by this stuff. Alright, moving in. The next thing I'm going to come to is the Honest eyeshadow palette. This is in Truly Warm Sable Brown, and this is universally perfect colors. I don't care what skin tone you are, these 3 shades will work for you. And since today's Thanksgiving, I'll go ahead and go for a brown look. Usually I like pinks and taupes, but I'm going to go for a brown today. Her eyeshadows, it's $25 for 3 shades, but this is truly high-end eyeshadows. This is top of the line stuff. Come in here. I'm using the medium brown on the lid, coming up to the crease. Alright, and now I'm going to come in with my crease brush, and I'm just going to lightly tap into that middle color. And you don't need a lot of this because the eyeshadows are very pigmented. I'm going to come in with the crease color. Just go back and forth, let the brush do all the work. Okay, other side. Alrighty, and now I'm coming in with my favorite little blending brush. This is $1 from e.l.f. and I'm getting that light shade, and I'm going to use this to come into the inner eye and clean up anything that smeared. Then under the brow for highlight, and use it to blend this out. I don't have any harsh lines. Apparently my son just found Mythbusters. AJ loves Mythbusters. It was a big deal in our house when Mythbusters wrapped up and went off the, or stopped making new episodes. I'm sure they'll be on reruns for decades to come, but when they stopped making new episodes, my boys were crushed. Alright, and blending is done. So there's my eyeshadow, and I find that the Honest eyeshadows, because they're so creamy and so buttery, they actually do better without an eye primer. These shadows are made for blending, and if you put on an eye primer, it tends to lock the shadow in place, and it actually stops the shadow from being able to blend, because I've done that. Alright, now moving on to eyeliner, and this is my favorite eyeliner. This is the color Spice by Stowaway Cosmetics. I love Stowaway products, I really do. My purse, I got a perfect little kit in my purse for emergencies, but so I absolutely love Stowaway products. I'm going to come over here and put this on my eye. And I just want my eye to pop out a little bit. I'm not into winged liners all that much. If it's a date night or something, I might do a wingtip liner. But really today, we're just going to be a family, nieces and nephews. Today's more about food than wingtip liners. Alright, they both match. That's always good. Matching's important. And I'll come back in with that warm Sable brush just to kind of get rid of the harsh edge of the inner eye. There we go. Okay, moving on to brows. And for brows, it's all about Anastasia. I know you guys, if you watch previous videos, I used powder brows stuff forever. Probably about 6 months ago I switched to the Anastasia brow pencil and I never looked back. So let me come in here. I need to get a standing mirror. This would make vlogging, I don't do makeup vlogs very often, but a standing mirror would be very useful right about now. This way you guys can actually see what I'm doing and I can see what I'm doing. And just come in. I usually draw a little bit on the top because my brows kind of like dip in the middle. Don't know why, they just do. And I don't do it very heavy. I don't want to look like I've, drawn eyebrows on. I like my makeup always to look very natural. One side done. I'll come in here, do the other side. I gotta look in this mirror, I just can't see what I'm doing. Okay. Alright, and then spoolie at the end. That's the key because it kind of separates it and defines it and breaks up any large clumps. Alright, and this is in the color Soft Brown. I love this color. It looks really great with blonde hair because it's not overly dramatic and it's not ashy. I don't like ash blonde colored items. It makes it look gray. And now finally it's time for the eyelashes, and again, I'm just gonna, you know what, I'll do this right here. My hands are shaking. I'm wondering if it's because I took cold medicine. I have a massive sinus headache. I'm a little stuffy, so I took some meds, but I'm noticing I have shaky hands. And my hands do not usually shake. I can barely hold the mirror still. So. Alrighty. And for mascara, I am still in love with my Maybelline Full Fan Effect Lash Sensation. This stuff is the bomb and it's cheap. I will say I have an order placed with Honest.com or Honest Beauty, and in my next bundle to come, her mascara and eyelash primer is in there, and I'm eager to try it because I've actually heard really good reviews about that because it's hard to get natural mascaras. I was using Tarte for a long time, but then my last Tarte ran out and I was kind of broke at the time, so I was spending all my money on my classroom, and that's when I bought the Rimmell and the Maybelline mascara, and the Maybelline just works so good that I didn't feel this need to rush out and get a new Tarte mascara. But lately I've been noticing my chronic dry eye syndrome is starting to act up again, and so I'm almost wondering if it might be the mascara. So I will definitely give the Honest a try. I will say with the Honest Beauty, to buy the products individually, they're kind of expensive. But if you bundle, you get 3 for $50 and any 3. So that becomes a huge savings. And then you can add on and get 5 more items 25% off. So if you do that, her products actually become very price competitive with other brands. And really her products are no more expensive than anything at Sephora, and if you bundle, her products actually become significantly cheaper than what you're paying at Sephora. And a little more mascara for that eye. There we go. Yeah, there is no denying though, considering this is a mascara that's one, cheap, and you can almost always get a coupon for it in the newspaper. This is one sweet little mascara. And with that, everything is done. Let me put on a little swipe of lipstick. You know what, let's do Fig. Aha! I swear by the Stowaway lipsticks, I really do. I did buy a couple of her lip crayons. They go on beautifully and they look beautiful for a couple of hours, but then they start to dry out and you start to get that smeary looking mouth, so I actually do not recommend her lip crayons. Whereas the Stowaway lipsticks are also natural lipsticks, and these things never smear. They look good all day. So if you're looking for a EU compliant lipstick that's more of a natural lipstick and has amazing performance, I recommend the Stowaway lipsticks. Those things are awesome. And with that, I am ready for Thanksgiving. Happy holidays!